Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. We are out here first thing in the day. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana in the heart of nature, baby. 10 secrets emotionally mature people won't tell you. But why, Ralph? I have no idea. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? Now, I'm going to share with you what's helped me along my journey. Become more emotionally mature. The secret of becoming your greatest version. You see, we always talk about IQ. How high is your IQ, by the way? It's not important, right? Do you know that EQ is going to be the new IQ? Emotional intelligence? Because a lot of people say I'm really smart, I'm really wise. But wisdom without heart is dangerous. Slow motion this side. Now, let's start with the first secret. Holding on to grudges. You see, along my earlier journey, when I was just coming up, I used to think if I was holding on to a grudge, it was a good thing. You see, emotionally mature people know that holding on to a grudge is like holding on to boiling hot water, expecting the other person to get hot. Yeah, I told you. Just put it down. You see, emotionally mature people realize that their heart is more powerful than their brain electrically. That's been proven. So everything we do, we have to put our heart first and say, okay, how is this going to affect my heart? Literally speaking. Because a lot of people walk around with a heavy heart. They're always holding on to a grudge. They're like, Ralph, I'm not going to talk to this person for like 5 years because they didn't respond to an email. I'm like, goodness gracious, you may not even be here in 5 years. Buddha said the problem is you think you've got time. So what's helped me along my journey become more emotionally mature is to realize that, look, if you can't settle your differences with someone, that's fine. But always work on yourself to have a light heart, because your heart really is the command center for every other organ in your body. Okay, if you're walking around with a heavy heart, chances are you're not going to go far at all. What's the second secret? That emotionally mature people realize they don't always have to be right. Are you someone that always has to be right, even though you know you're wrong? You see, along my early journey, I would think, okay, everything I say must be the truth because I said it. The truth is subjective. But emotionally mature people use what we call discernment, which is the ability to judge well. They realize that there could be multiple different answers to the same question, but different perspectives, and that's perfectly fine. It's not about saying, okay, I'm right, you're wrong. No. It's about looking at things from a whole bird's eye view, getting a broader scope, a bigger perspective to realize actually it's not about just being right or being wrong. It's about hearing people out and seeing where they're coming from. I know it's hard to do, isn't it? Because you're right all the time, apparently. What's the third secret? 7-day vegan challenge. Do you know that there was a time when I used to just eat a lot of fries and drink a lot of Coca-Cola and expect to be happy? Sugar rush. Super high followed by a whopping crash. Okay, what happens? Why does it happen like that? Emotionally mature people realize that food is directly linked to mood, and therefore they actually choose what kinds of foods they eat to make them feel a certain way. For instance, if you want more blood rushing through your body, they eat a lot of strawberries, which is packed full of vitamin C, which actually improves their cardiovascular health. They get technical like that. Okay, if they want a serotonin boost, then they'll eat more cacao. more bananas. Tryptophan, they'll start feeling better by selecting certain foods. If they want to detox cleanse, sometimes their thoughts are making them feel really groggy, then they'll eat some kale, some spinach. The greens don't lie. What's the fourth secret? Emotionally mature people won't tell you that being vulnerable is really the secret of getting anything you want. Ever had someone come up to you and they just spill the beans? They actually get really honest and open up about how they really feel. And you're like, oh my gosh, take everything. Like, just take it. You see, we are attracted to vulnerable people. Certain artists, they're singing a song and they're pouring their heart out. And you're like, can I just buy the song already? You see, in our society, we've been told that being vulnerable is a weakness when in actuality, it is a strength. And that's something I've been working on every single day to be more vulnerable. Being vulnerable is what will help you become your greatest version. Because a lot of us, we think that if we hide our feelings, it's going to serve us. No. It just disconnects us from the world around us. Let's talk about number 5. You see, emotionally mature people realize that it's not about suppressing emotions. It's about expressing emotions. You see, how many times have you wanted to say, no, I don't want to go out tonight, even to a good friend, and you're kind of torn in between two minds. I don't want to let them down, but I also want to respect my energetic boundaries. You see, emotionally mature people realize that you've got to not suppress how you feel. If you want to be happy, be happy. You want to be sad, be sad. If you want to say no then and there. Because if you don't set up healthy, energetic boundaries, it's going to bite your ass. Ouch! I told you. Along my early journey, I would just sometimes, I'm a kind of mutable Pisces. So people would be talking and I would just be going along with what they're saying, but not really into it. So over time, what's helped me is to really learn to stop suppressing how I feel. If I want to hug you, I'm going to hug you. Get ready for it. What's number 6? Emotionally mature people realize it's not about feeding the trolls. You see, trolls, haters, whatever you want to call them, negative people, they work by being fed. You are giving them food by focusing your attention on them. And emotionally mature people realize that actually they're not going to give them any food. They're not going to feed the trolls. Instead, they're actually going to focus on people who actually serve them, who do something for them. And that's why every time you see me, even if you look at the comment section, I say infinite love and balance. If someone says, Ralph, I hate you, I say, I keep it moving. Just probably send you love back. I want well for everybody. That's why I'm thriving. That's why I'm always healthy. I'm always in nature. I'm always, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Because I'm focusing on the people who inspire me, who give me something back, and I give them something back. I got no time for trolls and people who don't do anything for me. Sorry. Even the cat down the road is apologizing. I'm sorry for you. Okay, what's number 7? Emotionally mature people realize that they are nowhere near their full potential. There is so much more they can do and so much more they can become. You see, let me ask you a question. Do you think you know everything? Do you feel you have all the answers of the universe? Yes? Yeah? Okay. Chances are you've stopped growing. That was me along my early journey. I said, I don't need to learn anything else. I know everything. And what happened? I stopped growing. I stopped becoming ING, my greatest version. You see, emotionally mature people realize they can learn from everything and everyone. From animals, from trees, from plants, from birds and bees. Because they aren't finished. You see, a lot of us, we say, I've arrived. Emotionally mature people say arrived like where? Where have you arrived? You can always work on yourself. That goes on to number 8. Emotionally mature people, in becoming your greatest version, realize that the artwork, which is them, is not finished. You see, every single day we are adding to the artwork of our life. We can always improve ourselves. We're not perfect. We are work in progress. So emotionally mature people will take areas of their life. For instance, sometimes they're really untidy. I had to learn how to become more tidy. Sometimes there's clothes everywhere. I walk into the room and I'm like, I just want to go outside. I had to learn to tidy my room. I had to learn to work on my own character flaws, which I thought I had. What's one of them, Ralph? Well, sometimes I'm an indecisive Pisces. So I've learned how to become more decisive over time. You see, when you are working on yourself, you realize that it's beautiful. We don't expect you to be perfect all the time. But you see, emotionally mature people realize there are certain areas that need work and they work on them. Emotionally immature people feel, well, they've got it all figured out. That's the big difference. Okay? What else? Let's move on to number 9. You see, emotionally mature people put heart over money. Heart over money. Someone might pay them a large sum of money, but if their heart isn't in it, they won't do it. I've had offers, thousands. Ralph, come and be part of this TV show. I'm like, do I have to sign that? I don't want to do it. I don't want to sell my soul, man. Look, emotionally mature people realize that what is most important to you right now? That's what I'm asking you. You probably might think, well, it's earning lots of money. That's great. That's beautiful. That's fantastic. But at the same time, you've always got to put your heart over money. That means making time for friends, family, but also setting principles that you live by, a moral code, a moral ethic, so you don't just do it for the money. A lot of people just sell their souls for money. And that could include working in a job which you know is not serving you, which you know is not helping you become your greatest version. You've now put money over heart. When emotionally mature people put heart over money. If their heart isn't in it, they won't do it. I was trying to get that to rhyme next time. And what's number 10? You see, emotionally mature people realize attitude is everything. They realize what a smile can do first thing in the day. Every single day I smile. Sometimes I'm just stretching, skating, and I just do this like, why? Because I'm releasing all of these endorphins, oxytocin, serotonin. Our facial expressions are connected to our physiology. Therefore, they affect the neurotransmitters in our body. Therefore, by making certain facial expressions, we can actually start recreating that same experience chemically within our body. You see, our whole body is like a massive pharmaceutical company, but an organic one, which will create different concoctions and potions and all kinds of stuff. So realize that in becoming more emotionally mature, this is what helped me out, that even if you're not feeling happy, smile. Because you see, you're sending a signal to the cells within your body to start smiling as well. And therefore, you now start recreating that same experience within your body until you start raising, uplifting your mood. You see, what a frown does, if I'm like, all your cells are now shutting down, this is something we call epigenetics, how our perception influences our DNA. And this is real. So once again, in being emotionally mature, it doesn't mean you got to be serious all the time. In fact, a lot of emotionally mature people I know are some of the silliest people I know, and then they're serious, and then they're fun, and then they're like laughing. Not that order though, okay? But you see, a lot of us on the planet, we might be emotionally immature because once again, we don't realize it's about working on yourself every single day to become your greatest version, to realize that EQ is going to be the new IQ. Can I get a hello? Have a beautiful day, baby. We're out here. We're in nature. Woo! Getting high. Infinite waters. Diving deep once again. Whoa, what happened? Let me do it again. Infinite waters. Diving deep once again. That's what happens when you get like the wind goes in your nose. Stay well. Stay healthy. Peace. Ow!